Hello guys, it's Nine. It's been an entire year since my first video, and my most viewed video to date, and I wanted to make a special video for the occasion. This will be more of a personal video, so you guys will get to know me better. First, I'd like to say thank you to my 950-ish subscribers. Thanks for sticking with me through the slow content releases and supporting me. I've been slow with making content since my mother's been dying of liver cancer for quite a while now, and she passed away just last week. I've been mourning and trying to get by, and one of those ways of trying to make myself feel better is to get back to making great content for you guys. Also, spring is right around the corner. I'm going to go to flea markets, thrift stores, and yard sales to look out for some great old technology, video games, and all around interesting things to showcase to you guys on the show. So, expect more content soon. I promise the editing on a G3 video is coming. I'm still working on it. If you'd like to support me, please do so on Patreon. Even $1 per video helps a lot. Thank you. Today's video will be focusing on the collection of things I have at the moment. I hit a rough spot a little while back before I started the show, so I sold a lot of my older video games to have some cash. Hopefully this year I can get them back and amass a much bigger collection. Here are most of my video game systems. I say most, since I have 2 original Game Boy Advances and a Genesis Model 3 in my closet, but I couldn't find them. I'd also like to apologize for the bad camera quality. I was using my phone in my poorly lit room to record all of these clips. I have my Dreamcast, my PS1, my PS2, my Wii, my Game Boy Advance SP, my 3DS, more stuff about that coming soon, my N64, my NES, and best of all, my Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo by far is my favorite console. I hope to own nearly every game for the system one day, but for now, this is my collection. I used to have a much bigger collection when I was a kid, but when I was 11 or so, I gave my entire Super Nintendo system with all of my games to my older sister and never got them back. I had so many classic games, and I hope to get them back at some point in the near future. The only noteworthy games I have here are Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country 2. I had all 3 games as a kid, and 2 is my favorite. My Game Boy collection is horrible. I had all the original Pokemon games as a kid. I also had Emerald and Fire Red for the GBA as well. Now I have Tetris and Superstar Saga. I know I have a copy of my Pokemon Silver somewhere, I just need to find it. Like my Game Boy collection, my NES collection is abysmal as well. I have little to no games for the system, but it's to be expected since I favor the SNES more. I mostly traded my Wii games for a USB stick with USB Loader GX to save some space at the time, so I don't have many games here for that. I have a few good GameCube games in the original Halo. I have some good old Windows games here and some oddities. I picked up a few Chinese VCDs at a Goodwill just to see what they are about. They're just karaoke. I just like odd things. My camera equipment is right here. I use a Canon T2i for most of my high quality shots in the show. I have 2 lenses, the kit lens, which is a zoom lens, and a 50mm prime from Yongnuo. This is my current PC setup. My PC is about 6 years old, and I'm planning on building a new one in the near future. I'm still rocking a GTX 660. I have my Hauppauge HD PVR 2 hooked up to my Wii for some mediocre upscaling. It might not look the greatest, but it allows me to connect my Wii to my HDMI-only computer monitor and record footage from my Wii when I need it. Also, if you didn't notice, I love birds, and I may get 1 or 2 as a pet in the near future. I also love card games, and I play a sizable selection of them. I focus mainly on Magic, but I do also play Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and Force of Will. And as most of you know, since my channel's themed after it, I'm a big fan of Vaporwave, so I've started a small collection of physical releases of Vaporwave. My favorite out of these is Cat System Corp's News at 11. It is simply hypnagogic bliss in every way. I've been thinking about making some homemade CD versions of my favorite albums, but they're never as good as the originals from the artists if they make a physical release. That's about it for now. I'm going to sit back and play some Donkey Kong Country on my old CRT. Subscribe for more content, and I'll be back soon with some new stuff. Make sure to check out my Patreon and subreddit. Thanks for watching. See y'all later.